Hello everyone, how are you? This is Kay. Good to see you. Welcome back to my another live stream on my YouTube channel. Today is the 18th of May on Sunday, and I'm here to do the weekly forecast. So today I scanned the markets as usual and check the markets and what's going on based on Ichimoku and some other strategies. So first, let me open the trading view and start the analysis. Oh, no sound. Just hold on. Let me see. Looks like the microphone is working, but let me double check since I see some comments, no sound. Okay, let me see. Should be okay. Still no sound? You can hear me? Still? Let me know. If you cannot hear me still, then I will maybe reset the microphone. Okay, let me just wait for a while if you can hear me or not. Let me see. Okay, all right, good to see you, good to see you. Okay, sound is okay, very clear. Okay, so seems like the microphone is working. All right, so yeah, whoever cannot see, maybe you're muted or your speaker is off. So please check your speaker setting. Yeah, seems like a microphone is working. This is a live stream, so there's no way for me to check myself in the live. So thanks for the comments. It's helpful. Okay, but yeah, good to see everyone. I see Nadim, Kevin, Philip, and Cloud's Edge, and Gane-san, and Rustin, Tony Gold, KH, Vic, Hinata. All right, Jack Smith, and Ahmed, and everyone. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so now let me start. Let me open the trading view and start the analysis. So, all right, so let me unflag all the symbols now. And oh, let me put this back to the candlesticks for now. And okay. So this is weekend, so I check the weekly time frame analysis. Let me select few pairs among the Forex first. And then I cover gold, and I cover Nasdaq today, and also Bitcoin. Among the Forex markets overall, my impression is that they are retracing in the lower time frames. In higher time frames overall, they are range. I don't really see any trends in higher time frames as per KTS, where I see Kumo Kijun-sen angle. Like for example, this Euro CAD, Kijun-sen is completely flat. And now the price is below Tenkan-sen, below the blue Tenkan-sen. So that means the market most likely goes down to the weekly Kijun-sen, which is 1.5224. So to me, it's bearish. Let me start from Euro CAD first today. So it's bearish. It's a Kijun-sen retracement situation. And last week closed with a bullish bar because there is a trend line bounce. But if the trend line breaks bearish this week, then the market turns bearish and down to the weekly Kijun-sen. Right. Let me check the daily time frame. Yeah, daily time frame still maybe supported by the trend line. Last Monday on the 12th of May, the market broke the trend line bearish, but now it came back within the trend line. So, and now the price is within the Kumo. And what's significant in this market is the Chikou span. The Chikou span is now below the candles, and that means it's bearish. So there's a thick part of the Kumo, so that means the market becomes very choppy along the way down. But my view is downtrend. So like this for Euro CAD, the best scenario for me to trade is down, is to sell. Even if the market goes bullish this way, I think the market becomes choppy and there may be a fake breakout on the most recent high on the daily time frame, which is around 1.569. So for me, sell is the right direction to trade. So like this, when I check the markets, I create some scenarios and which way I want to trade. And if the market really goes the direction I want to trade, then those are the markets I trade. And with the help of Ichimoku, like this, I can really capture which markets is good to trade. Yeah, so Euro CAD seems to be retracing to the weekly Kijun Sen, so it's down for me. Let me see. Like this one, Euro AUD. This is like the future of Euro CAD. This pair has retraced down to Kijun Sen, which I mentioned for the last few weeks, if you remember. And the market reached the target of the weekly Kijun Sen, which was 1.7249. And the market closed with a doji on the weekly time frame. So after the market touched the Kijun Sen, we have to wait until the market bounces and goes up or down and follow the new direction. So for now, this one, Euro AUD is difficult to trade. Again, we have to wait for the new direction in terms of the lower time frames. And here is the daily time frame. Daily time frame broke the Kijun Sen and also broke the Kumo bearish. And now it's a bit retracing, but seems like it's been resisted by the Senko span B. So my view is rather bearish this way. It's down now. So let's see. In this case, I think I keep my arrow down like this way. Apparently, the target is on the ascending trend line, on the yellow line. After the Kumo breakout, seems like it's bearish. The market has been resisted by the descending trend line as well. So this was really significant that after the P wave break, which is my favorite pattern in candlesticks, after P wave breaks bearish, the market has been down. Yeah, so Euro AUD is down for me for now. And let me see. So I covered Euro AUD and also Euro CAD. Okay, Euro AUD touched the weekly Kijun Sen, right? So let's wait for the new direction. And let's see. Yeah, the markets are really choppy. Last week, okay, Pound AUD also is Kijun Sen retracement situation. And Kijun Sen technically was on 2.0431 and it's about to reach. I thought last week the market reaches Kijun Sen, but seems like it didn't happen. And now it's ranging for the last 2 weeks. And let me check the daily time frame for more closer view. Okay, dailies has been ranging. The price is within the Kumo. Kijun Sen is flat as well. So yeah, we never know how long it's gonna be ranging after this. So Pound AUD is difficult to trade. Again, weekly Kijun Sen was here, 2.0431. But if the market breaks Kijun Sen bearish, then this is going to be a good market because I think the market heads towards the weekly Kumo or the ascending trend line, the yellow one. So that would be the best scenario. However, if the market goes bullish from here, then unless the market breaks the weekly Tenkan Sen, it's going to be range. The Kumo has been flat right now, and Chikou span will get closer to the candles. And the more Chikou span gets closer to the candles, the more the market becomes range, and the less volatility it becomes, usually. So I don't think this is going to be a good market in case if the market goes bullish this week. So yeah, bottom line is that the market breaks the weekly Kijun Sen again, 2.0431, and turns bearish. But let's see how it goes. And let's see. Another market, USD Swiss franc, AUD USD has been ranging as well. Yeah, the markets are very difficult to trade. AUD CAD may turn bearish from this week because last week the candlestick was called pin bar, where there's a small tiny body and long wick on one side. So it's a pin bar. And if this week the market closes below last week low, which is 0.888 level, then from this week onwards, I think in the month of June as well, is going to be bearish. And that will be the best scenario. I was forecasting that the market goes bullish until the previous resistance high, which was 0.9113. But after the pin bar is visible last week, I think the market, if the market closes below that level, that's going to be bearish. So 0.888 level is on the weekly time frames like this. It's between Kumo Kijun Sen, so you don't really see any bearish momentum here on the weekly time frame. So let me check the daily time frame and how the market can possibly go down. Okay, so here is the daily time frame. I can see that there is a huge inside-outside here. There was a huge candlestick bullish on 13th of May, last Tuesday. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday became retracement. So this is itself the weekly pin bar and also daily inside outside. Hold on, let me just draw it more precisely. So here is the daily inside outside. So I think, yeah, most likely we want to wait for the break of the weekly Kijun Sen. Yeah, then initially the market goes down to the daily Kijun Sen, which is also flat down here, which is 0.8831. And I think it continues bearish. The market is going to break the Kumo. And Chikou span comes below the candles, and the downtrend continues after this. So this is, in this situation, I emphasize more onto the pin bar reverse than the Ichimoku 5-line situation. And that's going to be the ideal scenario to trade. So between the last week low to the daily Kijun Sen, we have the room of about 57 pips or so, which is not really big. But again, the market may pick up the trend down. Then we may be able to capture some nice profits on this one. So that's another thing that's good. Okay, so AUD, CAD, I covered this one. Yeah, AUD JPY was similar to AUD CAD. It was a pin bar and bearish. So if the market goes down from here, I think that's going to be good as well. But if I compare these two, then AUD CAD has a longer wick than AUD JPY. So once the market starts to be bearish, I think AUD CAD becomes stronger than AUD JPY. But they are identical. I think when AUD becomes weaker this week, then those trends will continue. And plus, AUD Swiss franc as well is resisted exactly on the weekly Kijun Sen, and last week was the doji pin bar, and so in this case as well, we need to wait for the break of the last week low, which was 0.5329. It's gonna be a pin bar reverse, and the market trends down continuously. And plus, on this market, the price still remains below Kijun Sen, below Kumo, and Chikou span remains below the candles. So this one is more bearish than AUD CAD. Again, if you remember AUD CAD, it looks like this. The price is between Kumo Kijun Sen, right? So even if the market goes down from this week, it may be a bit choppy. But if you look at the AUD Swiss franc, this one is more bearish. Because of that reason, so we can prioritize AUD Swiss franc to trade this week. And I like how the Kumo has been developing thicker and bigger on the weekly time frame. So that means sellers are dominant over buyers in this market. So that will be an ideal scenario to trade. I think so far, good market would be AUD Swiss franc to sell. And with that, if you check the daily time frame, it has been bullish, and also consecutive bullish N waves. And this particular N waves is called Sandan, and 3 consecutive I waves, bullish I waves, and this may indicate the end of the trend. So then, after this, the market may turn bearish as well. At the moment, the price is within the Kumo, and the Kumo itself is very thin and flat. So momentum is quite weak. The strength of this currency pair is quite weak. So in this case, one of the big news this week will affect the market, and it will push the market down this way. So yeah, the bottom line again is that sell is the right direction, seems like, on this pair. And let's see, CAD Swiss franc is also good market to monitor and sell, because it's been also resisted by that weekly Tenkan-sen, and last week closed with a pin bar. So again, we can wait for the pin bar low breakout, which is 0.5967, and I think the market turns bearish continuously. I like also how Kumo has been developing thicker and bigger on this bearish Kumo. So CAD Swiss franc is also nice if the market goes bearish. And here is the daily time frame. It's been ranging right now, and the Chikou span is touching. Kumo has been flat overall. So we just have to wait for the break of 0.5967 and see if the market turns bearish after this. If it goes down, let's say in 4 hours or even 1 hour, then I will follow downtrend this week. So AUD Swiss franc and CAD Swiss francs are also nice to monitor. And finally, Swiss franc JPY. This pair is now range. Whenever I see the price between Kumo Kijun-sen on the weekly time frame, I say that this is range. So even if it seems like bearish, after 3 touches on the resistances, this may become range overall. So this is called box range. The resistances and the supports are at the same level. So the market may come down to Kumo and continues up and down until it breaks either direction. Yeah, so this is also another choppy market, seems like, in the lower time frames on this. Yeah, this is also interesting market to monitor. If the market goes bearish, I think that's good for now. The target is on the swing low, which is 172.04. Yeah, at the moment, that's the downtrend. And the target in terms of pips is we have 178 pips to trade. So that's another nice market. But yeah, overall impression is that, to be honest, I'm not really sure exactly which pair will be trending this week. In terms of this KTS analysis, Ichimoku 5 lines, there's no direction. So the market may continue choppy. It's been like this, since the end of April till now, almost like 1 month fully. The markets are ups and downs, and the trends are not really lasting longer. But after this range, we know that the market trends big. So we just need to patiently wait for that moment to happen. Until we see better trends, it's either you lower the risk and trade so that you don't lose too much, or you simply stay away and practice by Forex Tester or TradingView. Okay, so that was my overall analysis among the Forex pairs. And now let me cover gold. Okay, here is the gold and the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame is still bullish as the Kijun Sen is up and Senko Span A is up, Senko Span B flat at the moment, and that's the Kumo becoming thicker and bigger, and the Chikou Span still below, sorry, Chikou Span still above the candles, so it's bullish. And last week technically closed below the Tenkan-sen, the blue Tenkan-sen, so the market may turn bearish from here. If that's the case, then the target is the Kijun-sen. And when the market opens on Monday tomorrow, then yeah, Kijun-sen still remains bullish, and Senko Span A as well remains bullish. So this week may turn out to be bullish again. So this is not the right moment to sell either. This may not be the top on gold. It may renew higher as well. Let me check the daily time frame. Daily time frame is now range as well, but it's more like a bearish because there was double top in the neckline, which was exactly on 3201.64 has been broken bearish last week, exactly on the Wednesday 14th, and it may turn bearish from here. Yeah, so far the price is between Kumo Kijun Sen, so the real downtrend starts when the market breaks the Kumo bearish from Ichimoku viewpoint. Until then, I think the market becomes choppy range. It may go up and down. So I think we better wait for the Kumo breakout to sell. If that's the case, then the target is going to be down to the weekly Tenkan-sen. Weekly Kijun-sen as well. So yeah, at the moment, gold is not tradable for me. I want to wait for the new direction to trade. Okay, and then let me cover Nasdaq as well. I go to index and US 100. Nasdaq actually jumped up last week, and it's almost reaching all-time high now. So as it turned out, it's bullish. And 2 weeks ago was a doji, and last week closed all the way above the doji. So this market is now turning bullish, and the target is at the moment on the swing high, which was 22,218 area. And these two lines are called forecast lines, and the market at the moment is in between the forecast lines. So we have to be careful if the market retraces on the forecast lines. However, last week was bullish, and let me check the daily time frame and how everything looks like. Okay, daily time frame is now turning bullish because Kumo is up, Kijun Sen is up. The market has been supported by the Tenkan Sen, and Chikou span is above candles, above the Kumo. So yeah, most likely this week it turns to be reaching on the swing high. Yeah, this is quite powerful and stable bullish trend. After this bearish in wave, the market ranged, consolidated, and the significant breakout was here. The breakout of 19,251. There was a huge outside bar over here, and it broke exactly on 25th of April, February. So seems like this was the sign of the bullish trend, and it tested once the support on the 30th April, but it didn't close below. Instead, it went up continuously, and here it was resisted by the Kumo, but it didn't come below Tenkan Sen. And after the breakout of the Kumo, now it's bullish. So yeah, it's bullish now. I think this week is gonna be reaching the all-time high of 22,218, or it may even renew higher. So that's Nasdaq analysis. And finally, let me cover Bitcoin, BTC USD. And here is the weekly time frame. weekly is now still range as per Ichimoku because Kijun Sen is above Tenkan Sen. So last week is all the way up and bullish, and this week so far has been bullish as well. But since Tenkan Sen still below Kijun Sen, the market can turn bearish anytime. And in this situation, usually the market doesn't break the new high. So seems like the market closes like this way. However, in the daily time frame is bullish. Since last Friday, the 9th of May, it's been ranged. But now you can see that the Senko span is up, Kijun Sen is up, and Chikou span above candles. So most likely this range will be broken bullish, which is contradicting from the weekly analysis. But in this case, since this is crypto and seems like it's been respecting the daily time frame, so as long as daily is bullish, you can follow until it breaks the Tenkan Sen bearish. It's bullish now. So yeah, and Kumo is getting thicker and bigger on the daily time frame, so it's nice. Yeah. So yeah, that's the analysis among the markets I wanted to cover today. Again, in terms of the Forex markets, they are very choppy, ranging. So this is the time when we have to be very patient. Or even if you trade in a lower time frame, scalping or intraday, you better do the proper risk management. Otherwise, this is time when people usually lose. And the more you lose, the more you may want to win back the losses, and it's not a good psychology. So instead, it's better to stay away. You do monitor chart every day, at least once per day. But if there's no opportunities, then better stay away and do back testing or watch the videos and learn and practice. Okay, so that's my analysis overall. So now let me say hi to everyone and pick up some comments. Okay, again, good to see you everyone. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. All right. Yeah, let's see. Okay, Sumi says, hi Master, when will you teach your new strategy that you're using on gold trade? Eagerly waiting. I think I can use it in my stock trading too, which is higher time frame trading. Right. It's actually not the new strategy. It's like new way of trading, which I have been experimenting. And first, I will share that in the KTS Academy and GTS members. Then, once it's fixed, I will share that in YouTube. So please look forward to that. But basically, I trade by KTS, which is my original strategy, trend follow strategy, in higher middle time frames and enter the markets based on 5-15-minute time frames with a decent risk management and stop loss, break even, and trading stop losses with the psychologies behind. And for those who are new to YouTube channel, you can check the link on the below description where I posted the free KTS course. There's series of videos you can watch and get overall understanding of my strategy. So if you haven't watched the videos yet, please do. It's free, and after that, you can see the coupon code. You can join with the discounted price in my community. Okay, let me check the next one. Rustin says, do you prefer to use timeless candlesticks with Ichimoku, like Kagi or Renko? No, I prefer candlesticks. I always use the candlesticks to trade. But I do use Kagi Ashi and also Kyushu Ashi as per original teachings of Ichimoku. But for myself, I mainly use candlesticks. Yes, but for now I use candlesticks. I'm still looking for the combination of candlesticks together with Kagi Ashi and Kyushu Ashi. So that's also part of my experiment right now. This year I have been experimenting a lot. So whichever I share my monthly performance, those are my trades by KTS, which is trend follow strategy, which is fixed, improved. It's been working, and that's why I share that to everyone. Okay, let's see. Travis says, I like Swiss franc JPY long based on COT. Okay. Yeah. Swiss franc JPY seems to be ranging at the moment. But yeah, let's see how this one goes as well. Abdul, Nifty view. Okay, Nifty chart. Right. Whoever from India, you trade Nifty chart. So here is a Nifty and the weekly time frame. Okay, seems like now the price became above the Kumo and Chikou span above candles. So from the weekly perspective, the market is now turning bullish. So in this case, I will take out the descending trend line and the support level, and this is bullish now. Technically, it also broke the previous resistance level, which was 24,860. It closed above that level. So now it's bullish. At the moment, the target is going to be up here, the swing high, or all-time high, which is 26,273. I think the market goes up to there and tests that level again. But before that, there is a round number of 25,000 and 26,000. So those are going to be initial target. But looks like 25,000 has been just reached last week. So the next target is going to be in between 26,000 to 26,270. So yeah, that's bullish now. In terms of the candlesticks, there was W bottom here, and the neckline was a pin bar, and it broke bullish exactly on the week 21st of April. And since then, looks like it's bullish. Yeah, so at the moment, Nifty chart is bullish. And let's see. Daily also looks very nice because it has been supported by the Tenkan-sen. There was one day of a gap between the candles. But this is typical gap reverse pattern. There's a downtrend and there's a gap happen down like this way, and the market continues bullish this way. There are so many names on this one, like abundant child or something, but anyways, this is a reverse pattern, and this price level was exactly supported by the previous resistance level. So this is showing this candle itself, and the breakout on the next day, which happened exactly on the 12th of May, has been showing it's bullish. So yeah, it's up for me now. Okay. Okay, yeah, let me see. So yeah, that's a Nifty 50 analysis, Japan as well. Okay, but yeah, what do you think about the other markets? Any thoughts, any interesting markets for you this week? Let me see. Okay. Rustin says, I look forward to read time and price equilibrium. At the same time, can you give me any advice if you think my view is right? Time and the price theory, if you want to really practice, then it takes time. But first, you can capture the V-wave cycles. Swing highs and swing lows. Those are the V-wave cycles. And try to capture the right cycles. And then, on top of that, apply the wave analysis to come up with the price targets. I have some videos on my YouTube channel, so you can view them and continue practice on that one. But don't use that on the lower time frames. This time cycle analysis works on daily or higher time frames. Okay, Max says, any plans for the new subscriptions you mentioned the last video? Not right now, but it's still under construction. But once it's out, I will let everyone know. Yes. What do you know about Heikin Ashi? Heikin Ashi, I used to use it before, but no more. Heikin Ashi cannot capture the waves. So that's why I prefer candlesticks. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me see. High AUDCAD. AUDCAD, you mean higher time frames? Let me see. I go to Forex. AUDCAD I covered today. That yeah, last week was a pin bar, and the good opportunity is to sell after the market breaks the last week low, which is 0.8888, and the target is down here 0.8831, which is the daily Kijun Sen. So sell is going to be the right direction on AUDCAD. Seems like it has been bullish gradually, like this way. But the momentum is quite weak on this one. This is daily time frame, but every day has been the mix of ups and downs, the bullish bearish bars. So looks like it's very choppy market. Okay, Bitcoin up to a new all-time high. Yeah, I think so. I think Bitcoin is heading towards the all-time high now. But if you look at the weekly time frame, still Tenkan Sen's below Kijun Sen. So I don't think it renews higher in this situation. Okay. Yeah, Rustin, you're welcome. Alexander says, hi, Kay, after you perform the trade and the market start to be flat, do you manually close it or let it hit the stop loss? I manually close the trade. Yeah, usually the market doesn't hit my stop loss. Before the price hit the stop loss, I exit manually. And that's why I don't lose 2% even. I lose less than 2% on every single trade I take. Okay. Okay, Satoshin says, candlesticks are the best to capture volatile movements while Heikin Ashi is used on steady average price. Right, Heikin means average in Japanese. So Heikin Ashi is basically like moving average. So if it's moving average, then it's better to use moving average than Heikin Ashi is my opinion. And also, Ichimoku was based on candlesticks, not Heikin Ashi. So if you use Heikin Ashi, then you don't really see the candlesticks by Sakata Goho, which is the basic candlestick patterns, and you may not be able to capture the right moments with 5 lines with Heikin Ashi. And plus, as I read these original books, Ichimoku, then I study and practice based on the candlestick patterns he mentioned on the books. So that's why I use the candlesticks. Heikin Ashi is more newer, of course, than the candlesticks as one of the indicators. So I prefer candlesticks, basically. Okay. Yeah, so looks like now the markets overall are ranging and very choppy, less volatile, much less volatile now. So this requires patience to trade at the moment. Yes. Okay, let me see. Okay, Navanis says Euro Pound broke weekly Kumo and inside bar breakout is a new downtrend. Let me see. Euro Pound weekly time frame. It's exactly on the Senko span B. So we have to wait and see if it breaks or not. Yeah. So let's see. If it breaks Kumo, then the market turns bearish. Yes. But then the Chikou span touches, so I think the market becomes range after this. So you may not be able to capture big pips on this one, even after the breakout of the Kumo on this. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it for today. Since the markets are a bit choppy retracing, there were not so much to talk about. But let's monitor the chart every day, at least once per day, because we never know when the new trend happens. And today on Sundays, YouTube forecast in public, I share only few pairs and my analysis based on the weekly chart mainly. But tomorrow, Mondays, I do deeper analysis and exactly select which pairs to trade when market opens on Monday at KTS Academy and the GTS classes. So if you're interested to learn more, deeper level of Ichimoku and also the trend follow strategies, always welcome to join one of these communities. The links are on the below description, so please check. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach me. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope you have the great rest of your weekend. And until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now, everyone. Mata ne. Thanks so much.